Hey everybody in Facebook world, happy Thursday to you. I want to do a not so quick little video because I want to share some really cool ideas with you. But I did a post the other day and I've realized that the mood that you're in right now is setting the tone, the vibration, if you will, for about a lag time of about 24 hours. So this has been one of the most insightful things that I have learned is that the thoughts you're thinking right now, the way you feel, is setting up a vibration that's attracting circumstances into your life that will either be positive or negative. And so if you're upset or you're stressed or you're thinking bad thoughts, what's going to show up 24 hours from now could really surprise you. So you can start this little experiment and you can say, how am I feeling right now? So at the end of this video, if you stay to the end, I'm going to tell you the crazy thing. Well, maybe even halfway through, I'm going to tell you the crazy thing that we did at work to shift our mood. So have you ever had one of those days where you just don't feel good? You feel tired, you feel stressed, you have some emotional stuff going on. Maybe you're dealing with a child that's in trouble at school, or maybe you're dealing with some financial issues, or you're dealing with something that's going on, and you just feel like crap. You don't know why. Or you don't know why, and you don't know why you feel so bad about that thing. That's not the end of the world kind of thing, but you just feel bad. So the first thing that I want to tell you is, I'm going to of course plug my book, and we've got some classes coming up. Next Tuesday night starts our first vision board class, and then the second class is Life Flip. And this is the book I wrote, and if you come to class, you'll get this book. It's a workbook. And I'm going to talk about a few of the things in here that can flip your energy. So, I always say nothing is more important than feeling good right now, and I truly believe that. But there's more to it. Feeling good now feels good, but feeling good right now sets the tone for your vibration and the universe lining up positive things in your life for 24 hours from now. So 24 hours from now, I'm going to be in Little Rock meeting with a Hollywood producer, which I'm super excited about. So it's really important that my vibration is really high right now, and I feel really good. So I want to share with you how you can shift your vibration. So let's say you're at work and you just feel bad, or you're angry, or you're upset, or you're like, oh my gosh, I have to shift this. And sometimes that energy can, even quicker than 24 hours. I mean, you attract, what you reflect out to people is what they reflect back. So if you're nasty to somebody, they're probably going to give it right back to you. So it can have immediate results, but that delayed response is a much bigger reaction because the universe has time to line other things up. And oh my gosh, my son is like coming up from upstairs. Do not video bomb me. He video bombed my video with Marcia the other night, and everybody loved it, but so he's probably going to do it anyway. But anyway, okay, so how you can shift your energy, your mood, if you want to call it that, in any given moment. I'm going to give you 20 ways to do that. So I'm going to go through these kind of quickly. But the first one, I started this little movement about 2 years ago called API, and that means assume positive intent. And what that means is that everyone around you, instead of you assuming they have negative intent or they're trying to hurt you, why don't you try to flip that and try to see that maybe they're busy, or maybe they forgot, or maybe stop taking things personal. Just assume that they had some positive intent behind things. So if you want to go back in my feed, you can look at all the API stuff from last year, or I think it was 2016. But really cool movement, things that you can do for assume positive intent. Number 2 is find something funny. We take things so seriously. Today, and this isn't the one thing I was thinking about, but today actually I was kind of in one of those bad moods for whatever reason. I mean, I've got a lot of stuff going on. I've got a lot of life stress going on. But I just got on Facebook and I found a funny video, and it was this guy in a Spider-Man suit dancing in a sporting goods store. It was absolutely hilarious, and I just laughed for like 2 minutes, not very long, but it was just enough to get a belly laugh out. And that's so important, just to change your vibration, because you just can't be mad or upset when you're laughing, or have someone tell you a joke. I did a post feed the other day, so tell me a joke, and I got like 100 jokes. It was great. So number 3 is go general, and that's one of the things I have in the book. I have how to flip things, and one of the things is actually go general. So you can you can just kind of zoom out of your life a little bit, and maybe you're worried about a bill that you can't pay, or maybe you're worried about your kid's report card at school. If you just zoom out and you can say, you know what, my life is pretty good. I mean, my kid, is pretty smart and he's doing well in all these other classes, or yeah, maybe I can't pay that bill right now, but if I relax and change my vibration, something's going to show up. God's going to take care of me. That's going to be okay. I'm just going to relax a minute. Everything else in my life's going pretty good. I have great relationships, whatever that looks like. So just go general. Number 4, eat some celery. I know that sounds crazy, but celery is really good for you. It has magnesium and potassium, and it will really give you a little natural high versus like if you eat a Snickers bar or something, you're going to crash and you're going to feel even worse in about 30 minutes when your insulin crashes. So that's a great little trick to just get a little pick-me-up of energy. Number 5, meditate. I love that. I just downloaded the Gaia app today, and there's some great meditations on there. I can't wait to do that, but I always listen to meditations when I go to sleep, and I listen to meditations when I wake up in the morning, because it's just so powerful to clear your mind and set your intentions for both your dream state when you're kind of reworking all the things that happened in the day and in the morning. In the middle of the day, if you're really stressed, sometimes I'll go put my headphones on and I'll just listen to some meditation music, and it can just really kind of take you out of that space for just a minute. Number 6 is take a bath. You might not be able to do that while you're at work. Actually, we have a huge bathtub at my office. We have a big house that we've converted into our office. So I actually could do that, but it probably wouldn't, because then I'd have all wet hair and I'd be all icky and stuff. But, Epsom salt, the magnesium bath, go take a bath, nice glass of wine, do something for yourself. That can really kind of change your mood too. Sometimes if I do that in the evenings, I feel a whole lot better. Go barefoot. Go outside, go barefoot, put your feet in the grass. My good friend Freddie, she used to always say that's the most important thing, is to be grounded with the earth and just feel that earth energy. So, if you can get away and you can just go put your feet in the grass, that'd be awesome. Today was a little wet, so maybe not today, but Number 8, do something else. If you're doing a project and you're getting really tense and you're, stressed and you're like, oh my gosh, I got to get this done. Sometimes when I'm doing something or I'm writing something and I'm not feeling the flow, I'll get up and I'll go play my guitar, or I'll go paint a picture. You can see I'm in my art room right now, it's a little messy, sorry, but I'll go do something to change that vibration, and then I can come back to that and I'm so much more productive. So do something else. If you're doing something that doesn't feel good, go do something else. Okay, where are we? Number 9, breathe. Tons of breathing exercises you can do. If you would just sit and slowly inhale, exhale, and count your breaths for 20 breaths, make a huge impact. There's like 4, 7, 8 breathing, and there's these different things that you can do that kind of are, alternating your nostril breathing, all sorts of things. To me, just counting my breaths for 20 breaths is super cool. 10, say something nice. Be kind to someone. Give someone a compliment, a genuine, authentic compliment. But sometimes, if you're just feeling bad and you can help make someone else feel better, that vibration just comes back to you. So just be kind. That can really be helpful. Smile. Sometimes just the act of smiling makes you internally change your emotion or change your vibration. So they've actually done studies where they have followed telemarketers, and the ones that smiled were actually more successful than the ones that didn't smile. And people can't even see you smiling on the phone, but people can feel your energy when you're smiling or you're happy. Fake it till you make it sometimes, right? So if you're not feeling like smiling, try smiling anyway and see what that does. Number 12, smell something good. Have you ever just been kind of grumpy or, not feeling too good, and you walk in somebody's house and they have essential oils or candles? When I go to the Himalayan salt room and I walk in there and those essential oils are, in the air, it's just instantly I just feel like I can breathe and relax. Maybe invest in, one of those little oil diffusers or something. I carry these little vials of essential oils around. Some of them are stress or lavender. I love thieves oil too, because it makes me think of pumpkin, and my favorite time of year is around October, so it makes me think, pumpkin pie and all that. It just makes me instantly happy. Douglas Myrick, look him up if you haven't seen him. He does aromanetics, which is using aromatherapy. The olfactory nerve goes straight to the brain, and it can change your vibration instantly. So he does therapy with that. So smell can be super important. Where are we? Declutter. If you're like feeling really stressed and you start looking around and your desk space at work is really messy, you know, one of the best, most productive things you could do, even though you might not think you have time, take a few minutes and clear your desk. Throw the trash away. Oh my gosh, you can think so much clearer when you can see everything. You know, sometimes when I'm getting ready and my closet's a mess, you know, I'll think the first thing I'm going to do when I get home tonight is I'm going to organize my closet because it just stresses me out with all that clutter. So throw some stuff away that you don't need. Make some space in your life because you can't bring more in if you're cluttered up with all your stuff sometimes. Okay, phone a friend. This is a tricky one. So you want to, for negativity, you have to be careful because there are certain people that are like, alcoholics have to stay away from bars, right? So if you are prone to negative energy or negative vibrations or emotions, you're probably attracted some people in your life who are very similar. So you want to be very careful when you phone a friend that it's not one of those negativity, and sometimes it feels good, I get it, because it's like, oh my gosh, I hate this or I hate that, you know, and they're like, yeah, I hate that too. And sometimes it just feels better than like the despair that you were in a minute ago to move up the emotional scale into anger and be like, yes, I'm so ticked. But you have to be careful about that because that only perpetuates that vibration. So you're much better off to phone that friend who you know is going to be real and be honest with you and try to flip you into something positive. Or you'd be better off to phone a friend who's just goofy as hell, who's just going to make you laugh than you would be to talk to somebody negative. But talking to someone who truly loves you and cares about you can be really important. Number 15 is ask a question. I'm going to make sure I'm recording because sometimes I'm not. Okay, cool. Sometimes it goes off and that's not good. And then I'm like, oh man, that was so good. So where were we? Ask a question. So the question that you want to ask is this really true? I read a bunch of material by Byron Katie called Doing the Work. And anytime things were bad or negative, she would say, is this really true? Is kind of the crux of the work. So, you know, if someone stood you up for a date or just a lunch date or a coworker or something, or somebody didn't do something they were supposed to do, you go back to assume positive intent. But maybe in that you can ask the question, is this really true? Because when we personalize things, it goes to, they must hate me, I'm not good enough, they must be really rude, they must be, you know, just all these assumptions that we come to. So the question is this really true? Do I know 100% that this person is really a bad person? That this person wants to hurt my feelings? Do I really know that I'm not good enough for them to show up? No, you don't know any of that. So just kind of go, okay, ask the question, is it possible? Is it possible that they were in a car wreck? Is it possible that they forgot because they have something really stressful going on in their life? So ask the questions and don't just assume. Okay, self-care state. This is super important. You know, like with a baby, if it's crying, we don't yell at it and go, you know, stop crying, you little miserable something. We say, is it hungry? Is it thirsty? Is it poopy diaper? You know, we're like, we are more aware of self-care state for babies that we're caring for than we are for ourselves. Like maybe you've been running up and down stairs all day like I do at work and you haven't had time to go to the bathroom, you know, and you just need to go pee or something, you know, and you're like all tense. So yes, that happens. So maybe you do that too. Maybe you're at your desk and you just forget to, you get so busy to just go take care of yourself. Or maybe you ate crap for lunch and, you know, your insulin's crashing and you're just really tired, or maybe you didn't sleep good before. Maybe you need to take a nap and maybe you can put your head down for a little bit. If you're at home, maybe you can take a little nap, or if you're cold, put on a sweater, you know, just be aware, just be conscious of your physical state, because we're visceral human beings, but our vibration is oftentimes set up by this physical feeling that we have. Okay. Find something good about blank. So anytime, this kind of is like zoom out, you know, where you kind of go, yeah, things aren't that bad. I'm okay. I'm breathing, right? I woke up this morning, right? But sometimes that's hard. So you can be more specific about something positive. And I love Abraham Hicks. I listen to Abraham Hicks all the time. If you haven't heard of Abraham Hicks, YouTube Abraham Hicks, amazing stuff. But one of the things that they talk about is that, you know, when you're specifically negative, it has a lot of momentum to it. And if you're generally negative, it doesn't have much momentum to it. If you're specifically positive, it has a lot of momentum in the positive direction, kind of the same thing. So when you're being negative or you're vibrating in a low vibration or you feel bad or emotionally you just feel like crap, Go, go more general if you're going to be negative. Go more specific if you're going to be positive. So the specific and the positive would be, find something good about, my hair looks good today, or, I really like this new bracelet I got, and just kind of focus on that. Or they did a really good job on my nails the other day. Something specific about something good that you like. Exercise. Okay, so this is the crazy thing, and I'm almost to the end, so I'll tell you the crazy thing that we did at work. My nurse Ashley was like, we were all kind of grumpy and tired, and it was kind of getting towards the end of the day, so she made us do planks. So we did planks for a minute, and let me tell you, if you've never done a plank for a solid minute, it's like the longest minute of your life, but like you're burning, and we were actually like flipping both sides trying to hold that plank. But when we got up, we all felt better. We were breathing a little hard, but so a plank is just where you put your elbows on the ground and plant your toes, basically. But a good solid plank that'll wear you out, you don't touch your knees to the floor. But if you have low endurance, you can put your knees on the floor. But let me tell you, fingertips and toes for a minute like that, woo! You feel the burn, but it's like just shifting my energy. I had a friend one time who would stand on her head against the wall, and that kind of hurts my neck a little bit, so I don't recommend that, but a plank could really work for you. Or go to the gym or do something else if you have time to do that. The gym always shifts my mood when I am in any kind of funk. Number 19 is sing. I love to sing. I love to sing in the shower. You don't have to be good at it, trust me, I'm not. But I love to sing, and it shifts my vibration, so sometimes I'll just like start singing. My son, he's so awesome. Sometimes if we're fussing at each other or something, we'll be going down the road and he'll start singing, and for a minute I'll be like, how can you be happy? How can you be singing right now? And then I'm like, oh, he's soothing himself. And so I'll just be like, okay. And then I'll start singing along with them, and so it's like, wow, my 13-year-old knows how to soothe himself better than I do sometimes. So singing is awesome. And the last, number 20, is gratitude. And a lot of these summarize gratitude, but whenever you're feeling negative or emotionally bad, zooming out and saying, it's not that bad, things are going pretty well. Find some things to really be grateful for, or, find something, like I said, about specific that you like. But gratitude is just this sense of appreciation of everything that's going on. Gratitude is a little tricky sometimes because it implies that you should be grateful. Appreciation is just, I appreciate being healthy. I appreciate my family. I appreciate where I live. I live on the lake. I have so many beds. So just my prayer every night is, thank you, God. I'm so blessed. I love my car. I love my house. I love my child. I love my family, my friends, my people that I work with. I'm just like, thank you, thank you, thank you. And there's a prayer that is, there's different kinds of prayers, and there's prayers of supplication, and there's prayers of appreciation. Prayers of appreciation have so much more momentum and power behind them, and even being grateful for the things that haven't come yet. So I'm so grateful that this Hollywood producer that I'm going to get to meet tomorrow night in Little Rock is going to be amazing and fulfill all my dreams. So that's going to be my prayer tonight. I thank you, God, that that's going to be an amazing journey. And regardless of how that goes down, I know, and I'm just so filled with so much faith and love that there's so many good things coming. So if you can just hang on in some of those tight spots and know that everything's working out exactly where it's supposed to be, and go easy on yourself. Don't beat yourself up about feeling bad right now. If you're going to feel bad, just feel bad. Let it go and love feeling bad. Love the you that feels bad in the moment, and that's okay. You don't have to shift it if you don't want to. But the problem is, 24 hours later, some really kind of nasty stuff's probably going to show up if you don't. So just keep that in mind. And if you're okay with that contrast and experiencing some of that yucky stuff, cool, go with it. If not, do some of these things to shift out of your vibration. I love y'all so much. I want you to have a wonderful, blessed, manifested life with everything you want in it. Please come to our classes on Tuesday nights at 6:30. I'll put a link to the sign up in this feed if that works for you. If not, maybe we're going to record them and we'll find another time that you can come in. But I think they're going to be really powerful classes, all sorts of this kinds of stuff that I think will really help you going forward. All right, good night. I love you. Bye.